Thanks so much for taking the time. I'm excited to have you in the course.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm excited too. So let's
Great,
see.
great. I just wanted to get to know you a bit better before we start off next week. So I was hoping to get a sense of what you're struggling with now and what led you to join. Could you just share a bit on what led you to choose to join the online LSAT class?
Yes. Well, I think it's like I tried different type of aspects and courses, but I think I need like a little bit more of like how can I tell you, like, I guess guidance in a way, certain things that maybe I don't understand, looking at the book. And so if I have any questions, who am I going to ask,
Yeah, of course. So what are you hoping specifically that we cover together in the class?
Mainly like my concerns a lot is like with LR, especially like with flaws. And I have like a love and hate type of relationship with LG. So there's some things, sometimes I'm excited, I love it. And then sometimes I don't understand the game and it just frustrates me. I'm like, oh my God, I give up. And, and that's what happened to me in 2017, I think, for the December LSAT. So I got really frustrated, and I'm the type of person, if I don't understand something, like I guess it just gets to me and then I just quit, which is bad.
But it sounds like you're not quitting now.
Yeah, now it's like, with the whole digital thing, like I have concerns because I don't know, what to expect, like how that would work and stuff. Because I like doing things on paper. So that's why I'm going for the June, and hopefully, that's the last time. I hope so.
Yeah, of course. And I hope it is too. Now, I know there are a lot of different online classes out there, even some of which are live. I'm wondering what led you to choose mine?
It's actually affordable compared to the rest. And usually like some of these courses, they're asking you for thousands of dollars. And they don't even explain you into details. And then I've browsed your blog a lot. So it has helped me with certain things, like, the videos for the games and stuff like that. So I think it's pretty interesting, and I want to try it and see, hopefully that, and I've also read like there's comments of like, I guess, people you have put in on your site and stuff like that. And there was one guy that he got the score that I got in December, and I was like, oh my God. And for him to increase 20 points, I was like, wow. I was like, maybe I need to try something different. Maybe he can, approach certain things that I don't know and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a funny thing. People can improve a lot. And I think having a community of students and seeing the previous stories of those who've been through the process is enormously helpful. And so the stories you've seen on my site, some of them I've actually got full LSAT diaries where students of the past wrote in their entire study journeys, and you could see exactly what they did to go from the low scores, like let's say they're in the 140s, all the way to the 160s and beyond. But whatever your starting point is, there is room for improvement. And I have the stories on my site of those who've been there along the way. And then I think in the present now, one of the things I'm hoping to do is build this community of students, like a small community.
Right.
And kind of share each other's stories and see the process as we get to know each other and go through it together.
Right.
So we'll be getting to know each other pretty well over the next 10 weeks between now and June. And I'll look forward to connecting with you then. Anything else you want to share with me before we get started next week?
No, I mean, that's the only my concern, I guess, with all our LG. And, I've been going actually through the weekly calendar that you have, like, if it's 2 months, 3 months, that, depending how we're studying and stuff like that. And, it's helping me a lot, because that's another thing too, because I work, and now I actually decided to work part-time and take time off so I can have time to study and dedicate myself to this 100%.
I love it. I'm so glad that the schedule has helped you. It's one of the most popular things I offer, and it really does help to just break things down, specifically covering exactly what you need, when you need it, every single day over the entire course of your prep. Now, one of the things you mentioned about the cost, it's kind of funny. I think I might have charged too little for it because I only have a few slots left. But one of the reasons I wanted to make the class affordable is because we have the internet now. To teach a live online class, it doesn't have to be thousands of dollars. We don't need to rent a conference room. We don't need to print out books and things like that. Everything is digital. We have the digital LSAT coming. And so I figured, let me try this out. Let me make it affordable. I like teaching these classes anyway, and I like making videos anyway. So why not make it accessible for people, you know?
Right, exactly. So, that's another thing that I'm a little concerned of the digital LSAT. I don't know what to expect with that, but for now, I'm just thinking about June, you know?
Yeah.
And then whatever happens, you know, I'll sign up for the July or September, whatever happens. But for now, I just want to, you know, do the June and let's see what happens.
Yeah, I totally agree, Daphney. And here's what I'm going to do. Here's my plan. For the live online LSAT masterclass, I'm going to orient it with an eye towards June. But because there's only a 5 to 6 week gap between June and July, I actually am recommending that most people take both of them, because you only have to stay fresh on the LSAT for another month or so, and your score does better. You do better, that's great. Law schools only take the higher score anyway, so there's really no downside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on June, but I will, along the way, every week, share some insights and strategies for those who are thinking about July in the event they get digital. And I'll share with you, honestly, the simplest thing right now is if you can get the PDFs and practice with them on the screen and have your scrap paper on the side, that's the best way to go for it until LSAC releases more. But I'll also be sharing LSAC's familiarization tool. They have a whole LSAT on there. And so we'll walk through what that looks like together starting next week on Monday.
Right. And then now with the whole writing thing, I think that also helps, you know, release a little bit of stress, because I think they're going to give you the option of either, you know, because I called and they told me, oh, either you can stick with the one you actually wrote in December 2017, or you can go ahead and do the one in June. But I think you will have to pay additional.
Yeah, it's an additional $15 to do the digital online writing sample. But it is nice, of course, going forward, no matter what, you don't have to do it at the test center. You can do it separately. You can do it separately later. Like you do the 5 LSAT sections of content, but then you have up to 1 year after your test date. Do it from home whenever on your computer later. So at least that way your brain won't be fried after doing all the LSAT stuff, you know?
Right. Exactly. So hopefully that helps a lot.
Excellent. Great, Daphney. Well, I'm going to send you some resources on what to prep for Monday's class on logic games. A couple of game sections I want you to at least take a look at between now and then. But even if you can't, that's okay. We'll go through them together on Monday night.
Yeah, because my concern a lot, it's like I like basic sequencing and grouping, but when it comes to like the in and out, it kind of like, you know, I have like problems and I'm like, oh my God, then it gets a little tricky and stuff like that. So I think that's something that I want to, you know, maybe talk to you about, and, you know, maybe a few games and you can bring it up and, you know, in the class and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. No, I'm definitely going to want to cover grouping in and out games, and I'm glad that you referenced them. The grouping and the harder games, that's where people struggle. The in-out conditional sequencing, conditional chains, that's a big thing. These games with conditional linking together the multiple rules and such. And so I'm going to want to look at least a few examples with that, and I'll definitely take your feedback into consideration when I structure what we're going to cover on Monday night.
Okay, perfect.
All right, Daphney, great. Well, it was great connecting with you today. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll look forward to seeing you Monday night.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.
You too. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.